Hey everyone, Old Block here, wanting to talk to you about net neutrality and Title II. Now, in 2010, the FCC attempted to pass an order preserving the free and open internet. It had three main stated goals: transparency, no blocking, and no unreasonable discrimination. The big kahuna here is no blocking, a staple of what net neutrality advocates have wanted from the FCC for some time. In the document, it states fixed broadband providers may not block lawful content, or block applications that compete with their voice or video telephony services. The transparency clause helps address the other two. One thing you won't find is any discussion about fast lanes or preferred traffic going through these providers. Now, one of the most important things about this attempt by the FCC to regulate telecommunications is that it failed. A federal court shot down the order, in part because the FCC had previously ceded regulatory control of lines and broadband services back in 2002. The most recent decision, just a couple days ago, by the FCC reverses those changes, putting those services under the watchful eye of the Communications Act, aka Title II. Now, telecommunications companies have been very quick to jump on Title II and complain that being treated like a utility is antiquated. However, really what's happening is the FCC is just assuming the regulatory powers that it gave up not too long ago. But what does that actually mean for us? What are we getting out of these new net neutrality rules? Well, first of all, the order of transparency from 2010 makes a comeback. ISPs will have to start giving more information about how they provide services to their customers. This will be really helpful in actually enforcing the fact that the ISPs are meeting these new regulations. No fast lanes. The boogeyman that many feared is now silenced, at least for end users. Companies must now provide equal connections to all services and applications without any conditions. What this also means on the flip side is there's no leg up for an ISP's own preferred sites and applications. So if an ISP wanted to create a competitor to, say, YouTube, they wouldn't be able to suddenly give that competitor a massive boost in bandwidth, making them look significantly better in comparison. Another new change: mobile broadband is now under the same rules as your home internet. Now, Verizon's calling shenanigans on this, but I think it's a general positive that the same rules will apply to the internet you have on your phone as it does at home. But what aren't we getting? Well, for one, there aren't any new taxes outlined in this new proposal, so complaints from ISPs that people could expect a massive increase in the price of their service are probably unfounded. Another thing that we're not getting is addressing interconnection, and that is the connections happening between service providers that don't provide internet to end users like you and me. So the deals that a company like Netflix would have to make with companies that connect them to ISPs like Comcast that finally deliver it to you, those deals are not yet regulated. But honestly, for the most part, most people are not going to be able to sense a difference between the internet before this regulation and the internet afterwards. A lot of what this addresses is mitigating potential changes that could have been very harmful to end consumers like you and me. And with this regulation in place, it's a lot less likely that those things are going to happen. All in all, it's a win, but not an end to the battle for the internet. Thanks for listening. This has been Old Block talking to you about net neutrality. If you're interested in doing some further reading, checking my sources, or checking any of my assumptions, I've included a couple links in the description for you guys to check out. And have a wonderful rest of forever.